Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to create a fried egg in Blender. So let's get started. So first I'll just as usual delete the default cube, then just go add mesh, circle, go to edit mode, F to fill. Okay, also I'll just enable my screencast keys so that whatever key I type should be visible to you on the left hand side corner. Then E to extrude in the Z direction, then S to scale, then we go to face mode. We'll select the top face and we'll press X, delete faces, then A to select everything, then option E or alt E if you are on Windows, then extrude faces along normals, and we'll just have to extrude it something like this. Okay, then we'll just select the loop. So I'll just go to face mode. I'll just select this loop. Okay, I'm not able to select in one go. I'll just select it one by one. Sorry about it. Okay, then just do SZ0. Then we'll add a bevel modifier and let's change the segments to maybe 4 and amount to 0.04, and just go to object mode, right click, shade smooth. Then we'll add a cylinder, add mesh, cylinder. Then let's click minus y axis, then RY90, then go to edit mode, then scale it down, so S to scale it down. Okay, then we'll go to object mode. I'll just click the move tool and I'll just move it like this. Okay, something like this. Even if this is coming inside, that's fine. Okay, what we can do is just scale it. Let's go to edit mode a little bit, not sculpt mode. Let's go to edit mode. We'll just SZ, scale it like this, then SX to expand it over here like this. Okay, then again I'll just go to object mode. I'll select move tool and I'll move it like this. Let me just move it like this. Okay, so this looks okay enough to me. Then let's go to edit mode again. I will select face mode. I'll select this particular face and I'll click on I to insert, something like this. Okay, I think we should have scaled it from the y-axis as well, but I guess it's fine, not a big deal. Then extrude it, then ES, so extrude it, scale outwards, something like this. And then again sorry, not W, sorry, ES to extrude it outwards. Okay, then E to extrude it outside. I don't know why my cursor changed it like that. I think I pressed W, I guess. Okay, now it looks okay. Okay, if you want you can just minimize the size as well, but I'll keep it as it is. Then let's go to edge select, and here I'll just select all these edges. Okay, okay, I have select all the edges, then command B to bevel it, and I'll add few segments, just bevel it even more. Yeah, something like this looks okay to me. Let's then go to wireframe mode. We'll go to face mode. We'll select this front face, then RZ, not RZ, I guess. Just press R and maybe move it like this. Okay, then I'll just press A, then press this. Let's move it something like this. Okay, I think we can scale it down it even further, so I'll just press S and I'll scale it down a little bit and I'll just move it over here again. Okay, looks good enough. uh, then let's just add a bevel modifier to this. We'll change the segments to 4 and amount to 0.02. Then we'll add a subdivision surface. I'll just scroll down. Okay, I think this looks good enough. I'll just go to object mode, right click, shade smooth. Then we'll just select our pan. We'll go to edit mode. Now we'll create the actual egg. Okay, for that first go to face mode, select the middle face, shift S, and here choose cursor to selected. Then let's go back to object mode again, add mesh plane, move it up, then go to edit mode, then add one loop cut horizontally and vertically, something like this and something like this. Then click the Z axis, then go to vertex mode, then I'll just select this one, I'll select this vertex, and now we just have to give it some shape, so I'll just give it some random shape. So I'll just move this one like this. Okay, then select this one, give it like this, select this one, move it like this, select this, move it like this, then select this one. Okay, this looks fine. I'll just keep it as it is. I'll select this one, I'll bring it something like this. I'll select this one and I'll move it like this. Okay, so this is done. Then let's just add a subdivision surface. Let's make it 3. Then E to select everything, E to extrude, so I'll just move it a little bit down. Then I'll just select a loop cut and I'll add a loop cut over here. Sorry, I'll just add a loop cut but bring it down, so I have brought it down as well. Then I'll go back to object mode, I'll right click, shade smooth, then I will add mesh UV sphere, then I'll just scale it down, then I'll just move it at the top, something like this. Okay, then let's go back to edit mode. Okay, I'll just do SZ to scale it down like this, and maybe SY to scale it from here. Then I'll just select this. We need to go to wireframe. I'll select the bottom half. Okay, X, delete faces. I know this is not perfect, but I guess it's fine. Anyways, that bottom part is going to get hidden. Then what I can do is I can just select all. Wait, I'll just go to maybe edge mode. Okay, maybe press F. No, don't press F. I think we'll have to cut it out a little bit. I'll just do Command Z. I think the cut was not proper. I'll just go to face mode. I think I didn't go to face mode. Maybe that's why I didn't select properly. Okay, so I'll just select this part as well. Sorry about this. This, this X, delete faces, then go to vertex mode, select all, press F to fill, then go to the move tool. Sorry, we have to do A to select everything. Okay, and we'll just move it down. Then I'll just do SZ, move it down like this. I'll just move it down. Yeah, maybe I'll just scale it on the x-axis as well a little bit, and then on the y-axis as well. Yeah, something like this. Egg yolk. Yeah, looks okay to me. Okay, then let's just add a subdivision surface. Then let's yeah, this looks okay to me. If you just go to object mode, yeah, if you want to move this, rotate this a little bit, you can rotate it like this. Yeah, not like this, maybe in the Z axis, I guess. Okay, anyways, let's just select our pan. We'll give it some material, new material, and we'll just make it as 646464. If you want to see it, you can just go to this particular thing, viewport shading, I guess, and you can just make it more metallic, not too much, but yeah, something like this. Okay, I'll just select the handle as well, and for that I'll give the same material. Now we just need to change few things for our handle. So firstly, we'll just select the last part, go to edit mode, and I'll just go to wireframe. I'll just select this particular part. Okay, we just add one new material. Click new, click assign. Okay, white color is fine. Then let's just add few things. Let's go to shading workspace, and here first I'll just add a texture coordinate. Then I'll add a mapping. Then I'll add a noise texture. Then I'll add a color ramp as well. So I'll just move this a little bit out to the right side. I'll add a color ramp. Place it over here. Okay. Then just move this generated to vector. Then this vector to this vector. Then this FAC to this FAC. Just move it to this side, and this color to this base color. Okay, now let's just change the color a bit. So I'll just select this first. I'll select this one, and here I'll just change it to C5A787. Then I'll just select the second one, and here I'll just change it to 532B28. Okay, if you want to see it, you can just go to object mode again. So here you can see, I'm not sure if it's visible, so something like this, a wooden handle. Okay, then we'll just add one new material to this. Okay, I'll just go back to object mode. I'll select this one, and here I'll just go to our material. new material. I'll just keep the color as white only, and I can just bring the roughness down. Just bring the roughness down, then I'll just select this egg yolk. I'll click on new, and here I'll just change it to yellow color, and again I'll just bring the roughness down. Now you can't directly export this. Like I said, we are using procedural textures which can't directly export it from GLTF. I want to use GLTF, so for that you will have to bake your textures. Now to bake your textures, first you will have to just go to edit mode. I'll just select this particular part which is there. Okay, uh, then press U to smart UV project, click on unwrap. uh, okay, then here you will have to select, I think it is image editor only. Okay, we are correct. Okay, then we'll create new, select new. Now the image title is untitled, so yeah, that's fine for me. Then once we have added that, okay, so next, given that we have added the image, we just come over here, we search for image texture, we'll just add it over here, and here we'll just select our untitled image. Then you will have to go to render, cycles, scroll down, and you need to search for bake. And before you bake it, just select the type as diffuse, and you can just uncheck direct and indirect. Just click on bake over here. So here you can see it is baking. Okay, I think I made a mistake. Okay, yeah, no, all is good. Okay, then we can just connect this color to the base color over here, and hopefully if I go to object mode, yeah, I still see it. Okay, let's try exporting file, export GLTF. Just go to desktop, GL. Okay, I made one more mistake. Let's export it again. File, export GLTF. You have to go to data, mesh, apply modifiers, and then click on export GLTF 2.0. Right, then you just have to go to this GLTF viewer website and just drag and drop your GLTF file, and here you can see we are able to see our fried egg with a pan. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.